Hi, I'm Hugh Jackman, and you are watching Broadway.com show. See? There it is.
Happy New Year and welcome to the Broadway.com show, your weekly guide to everything on stage. Or as we like to think of it, a break from all those New Year's resolution kale, flax, quinoa smoothies. Let's get started with the news. What's the buzz, Lindsay?
SOS Broadway fans, the last ship will be sailing its final voyage on January 24th. Sting did everything he could to keep his passion project afloat, including stepping in to star in the musical based on his own childhood in an English shipbuilding town. But sadly, it's time to say bon voyage. At the time of closing, the musical will have played 29 previews and 105 regular performances on Broadway. You've still got a few more chances to see Sting and his crew, so hurry up!
Broadway's provocative dinner party has called it a night. The Pulitzer Prize-winning Disgraced will close on March the 1st at the Lyceum Theatre. Aid Akhtar's play, which stars Hari Dillon, Gretchen Mol and Josh Radnor, officially opened on October the 23rd, 2014, and follows a Pakistani-American lawyer and his wife, a white artist influenced by Islamic paintings. They host a dinner party where the conversation on stage turns damaging, but for audiences is food for thought. A US tour is planned to begin later this year.
Top fashion tip, leg warmers will be making a big New York comeback very soon. Andrew Lloyd Webber has confirmed plans to bring Cats back to Broadway, most likely with Nicole Scherzinger reprising her current triumph as Grisabella. The musical first played Broadway's Winter Garden Theater, where Lloyd Webber will open his new School of Rock musical next season, for 18 years starting in 1982, and is a smash again right now at the London Palladium. In fact, the West End revival has just extended through April 25th, with Broadway.com Audience Choice Award winner and former Elphaba, Carrie Ellis, announced to replace Scherzinger on February 9th. Looks like this legendary musical smash won't just be a memory for Broadway fans much longer.
Life will be a cabaret for Emma Stone for a little bit longer. This week, the Roundabout Theatre Company announced that Stone, who's received rave reviews since replacing Michelle Williams in the role of Sally Bowles back in November, has extended her stay in the hit Broadway revival through February 15th. Alan Cumming will continue to play the divinely depraved MC until the show ends its run on March 29th at Studio 54.
Opera fans rejoice. Superstar soprano Renee Fleming is set to make her Broadway debut this spring in Living on Love, a new comedy by Tony winner Joe DiPietro and directed by Tony winner Kathleen Marshall. In the play, Fleming plays, what else? A famous opera diva. Living on Love begins performances at the Longacre Theatre on April 1st and will run for 18 weeks. No other casting has been announced, but with this Grammy winner above the title, we're already saying brava.
Hey, I'm Max Von Essen. You're watching the Broadway.com show from Paris.
Vanessa Hudgens, Corey Cott, and a host of stage vets are starring in the Broadway band Gigi. The musical features a classic number, The Night They Invented Champagne. So at a recent rehearsal, I asked the cast, what's been your most memorable night drinking champagne? Check out their answers in this week's Pop Poll.
I think it would probably be my 21st birthday, actually, which happened on a Tony night, actually, and there was an open bar involved and a lot of stumbling out of the door.
One New Year's Eve that happened to be a girls' night, and we threw runes. We watched old movies, lots of great food, many bottles of champagne.
I mean, my wedding night was spectacular. We actually didn't have any alcohol at my wedding except champagne.
It has to be my wedding night. I got through the entirety of my wedding day without so much as a bite to eat or anything passing my lips because I didn't want to spill anything on my dress. And I got to my wedding night hotel with my husband, and at midnight we opened a bottle of champagne and had a bacon sandwich.
I did a night of drinking champagne actually the night before I came to New York, and I had a bottle of Dom Perignon, 93, and I was holding the champagne bottle and dancing around my kitchen singing The Night They Invented Champagne. So.
Thumbs up to all of you for supporting Disney's big screen Into the Woods, which opened huge on Christmas Day at movie theaters around the country. The film had the biggest box office opening ever for a movie musical, and right now, as I'm talking, it's just about to pass the $100 million mark in domestic grosses. Yep, just happened. Here's hoping there are more Sondheim musicals hit in Hollywood soon, and that Johnny Depp won't be in them.
This week, we're giving a major thumbs down to all of the haters who gave Idina Menzel a ton of needless flack for missing the final high note during her performance of Let It Go on New Year's Eve. After she stumbled over the anthem's closing, the Twitter sphere attacked Menzel by making cruel and humorless jokes. Of course, many fans defended the singer, applauding her otherwise amazing performance, and Menzel responded perfectly by tweeting an image of an interview she gave in which she said, "I am more than the notes I hit, and that's how I try to approach my life. You can't get it right all the time, but you can try your best." Way to keep it classy, Idina. Maybe now Twitter can let it go.
There's a crew of hot new sailors in New York City for just one day. Ozzy, Chip, Gaby, and John Hamm. The Mad Men star took a field trip to see the hit Broadway musical on the town this week, and as you can see from this shot by Broadway.com photographer Bruce Glickus, he fits right in with the singing servicemen. Which reminds us, John, when are you making your Broadway debut? We've been very patient.
Last week on Culture List, we asked our readers to create top 10 lists ranking the 2015 Broadway shows they're most looking forward to. Broadway.com features editor Lindsay Champion kicked it off with her list, which put Fun Home right up at the top of the heap. And here's how all you voted. Something Rotten, School of Rock, Honeymoon in Vegas, Dr. Zhivago, It Should Have Been You, Fun Home, On the 20th Century, An American in Paris, The King and I, and in the #1 slot, Finding Neverland. Thanks for playing. Look for more fun Broadway.com Culture List challenges every Friday on the site.
Hi, I'm Chris Mann, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
There's an elephant in the room, or rather on Broadway, that we need to discuss. Oscar nominee Bradley Cooper, who turned 40 this week, has conquered the Great White Way with a powerhouse performance in The Elephant Man. The play only opened on December the 7th, but has already recouped its capitalization and so far has broken the Booth Theatre box office record 4 times. Happy birthday from us at Broadway.com, Bradley Cooper. You are our star of the week.
Our tweet of the week comes from new Wicked star Caroline Bowman, who writes, "Never had a facial where the esthetician scrubbed my ears so much. Hashtag green girl problems." Caroline, welcome to a very exclusive club of green-eared Broadway belters. You're in really good company. Follow this squeaky clean alphabet at Caroline V. Bowman.
Hope you've kept up those go to the gym more New Year's resolutions because it's SmackDown time. 2 weeks ago, we asked if you were going to see the last 5 years movie in theaters or at home on demand. And with 75% of the votes, you all want to see Jamie and Katy on the big screen. This week, we're psyched to finally pit 2 pop princesses against one another. Katy Perry and Taylor Swift are both very vocal Broadway fans and made sure to catch performances of Hedwig and the Angry Inch, Cabaret, and Beautiful last year when they weren't touring or promoting their albums. But seeing all of those shots of Katy and Taylor backstage got us dreaming about them making their own Broadway debuts. So we gotta know, which chart-topping superstar would you like to see roar and shake it off on the Great White Way? Tweet your vote to @BroadwayCom with the hashtag BWaySmackDown and tune in next week to find out the winner.
That's it for this week's episode of the Broadway.com show. We'll leave you with 3 of Broadway's most talented leading ladies, Laura Benanti, Jessie Mueller, and Kelly O'Hara, serenading Hollywood's most beloved leading man, Tom Hanks, at the 37th Annual Kennedy Center Honors. See you guys next week.